Hello there, Tyrant here, and I just finished watching episode 5 of Trollhunters Season 2. So, the first half of the rescue mission did not go that well. They got themselves trapped, and yeah, that happened. So Jim now is fighting Nomura, if I remember her name is correct. And even though Jim is still trying to tell her, like, yeah, rescue's here, she's still quite adamant that he's, gone crazy. Um, so they have this really interesting fight scene, and I really like that. I'm kind of actually surprised watching these episodes now, how much more action every episode has been having. Like, there has been story development, but there's been a lot of fight scenes here and there, and that's not too bad. Sometimes it can take away from a show, I think. But for the show, I haven't found any reason why not to. Why it feels like it doesn't belong there. So it's been okay for me. But something I missed in the last episode is that yes, Blinky has found out his brother. I forgot his name since his name is ridiculous and I can't fathom what it is at the moment. But yes, Blinky found his brother's alive and he's evil, like really evil. And yeah, so we're gonna have to see how that turns out. But they did find he did use the flare that saved his life and everything. So everyone got to use the thing that they needed. Uh, you know, Blinky used the flare to save his life. Claire finally figured out what the key thing turned out to be, saved their lives when they're in Gunmar's throne room, I would say. Um, but the one thing that I kept thinking about is throughout the episode when they were escaping is Toby's one goal was to make sure that Jim was the only person to be rescued. So, and they said it out loud. Nomura never heard it, but um, it's something that we had to take to account is that she was not going to be rescued. But knowing Jim's attitude, um, and it felt there's this moment where they're climbing the stone wall, and since she has a broken leg after fighting Gunmar, the evil dude. God, I gotta remember his name. The evil dude. Um, Fighting him, and he injures her leg, so she's basically crippled at that point. So Jim's carrying her during this event. There's this slip up, this classic slip up, and Jim's really like adamant on not leaving her behind because he made this promise that she would make it back with her. Um, but she, out of nowhere, or not out of nowhere, out of self-sacrifice, decides to uh, fight off the last minute army, and I'll commend that. That it doesn't. If we didn't get a little bit of story development, I would not have accepted that. That would have been like, why is she doing that? But there is a level of respect that they do have for each other, so I'll give it that. But my brother did mention that because we find out they did rescue everyone thanks to what's the other dude's name? Fuck, the guy with the giant, the son. I gotta remember his name. He's like a really a main character, and I still don't remember. But the son of the other troll hunter. I don't remember his name. I'll remember his name eventually. But anyways, he had also he had a duty. His duty, when thinking about it, his duty was to make sure that no one. Well, actually, he failed too in a way. His duty was to make sure no one made it through the portal. So he also failed in his task. Because towards the end, we see Gunmar has made it back. For a moment, I thought, like, oh, his comeback's going to be because of the staff, that the Two-Face Society, or Concierge, or whatever they're called. Consensus, I think that was. Anyways, we're going to use that to bring him back. But no, it's this he makes it back. My brother mentioned that there was this time, the time that was taken to go rescue Nomura from this wave of enemies she was fighting using the weird little ball super train shit thing. They rescue her, and that time to rescue her to get him was enough time for Gunmar because he did mention that that he didn't care about rescuing, not recruiting, gathering the rest of his army. It was just gonna be whatever he has with him, and go where it is. There was some wordplay where there was some wordplay happening when they were trying to figure out where the portal was, and I can't figure it out. I'm gonna have to probably rewatch it, but I could not figure out why Blinky's brother figured out where the portal was at. So somehow he figured out that it was in the forest. Like maybe it's some sibling thing, but I don't know. I don't think I could figure out what my brother said. He couldn't figure out what I'm saying. Could you? Maybe then. Yeah, it's probably some sibling thing. Sibling thing. But no, that's kind of my thoughts. It was a little bit nerve wracking. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of it's we're halfway through the season, and a lot actually has happened. We have gained a new ally, even though she's still kind of stubborn. I think she's gonna still be a very useful character later on. I'm hoping she develops a little bit more and stays on. I'm glad that she's still here. It, it's gonna just add great. It's gonna add to the dynamic of the group. So we're just gonna have to see now that everyone's back home. +1 and 2 +2 play +2. Anyways, yep. All right, I'm gonna watch episode 6 in a second. So thanks again for watching. Until next time.